The Azerbaijan Baku Fires had a mountain to climb on day 2 of their quarter-final against the Mexico Guerreros at the Guba Olympic Complex. The Guerreros on day 1 surging into a 4-1 lead, much against the odds given the Baku Fires' exemplary home record up until that point. It meant that the opening bout of the afternoon was absolutely crucial. Murad Rabadanov needed to get a win on the board for the Baku Fires against Orlando Wheatsil. Rabadanov 3-1 in the season up until this point, Wheatsil 4-2. The record suggested a tight fight, but Rabadanov was the superior boxer throughout. He picked his punches better, was the more accurate, and got the decision comfortably to make it 4-2 overall. At lightweight, it was the turn of Nasruddin Mammadov for the Baku Fires. No Albert Selimov, he finished second in the rankings, 6-0 in the season, but Mammadov had the responsibility against Lindolfo Garza of the Guerreros. Garza 4-1 over the group stages. Mammadov started well, but it progressed really into a very, very tight fight. Garza at times more accurate, a little bit open and clumsy on occasion. Mammadov, who seemed to find his range in the second round, was still finding that left hook with some accuracy. It was level after the first 4 rounds, so anybody's fight going into the 5th, and then Garza nailed Mammadov with a perfect left hand to the body. The Baku Fires boxer claiming that it wasn't a legitimate knockdown. It most certainly was, and that was enough to give the fight to Mexico by the most slender of margins, and what could have been 4-3 turned into 5-2, which meant that at welterweight, debutant Orkan Kazmammadov had to win against Hector Reyes to keep the Baku Fires in the fight, and he never looked like doing it. Caught by a salvo of punches there, he was given a standing count, and it was decided that he was not able to continue, and Hector Reyes, who was waiting in the neutral corner, won the victory by TKO in the first round. The corner, I think, having a word with the referee and saying that their man, in their view, was not going to continue. So an early night's work for Hector Reyes, and that victory sent the Mexico Guerreros through to the semi-finals. A tremendous achievement boxing away from home. Still 2 bouts to go, and at light heavyweight we were treated to a tremendous scrap between Mikhail Dalhalyevets and Carlos Mina. Mina from Ecuador boxing for the Guerreros, 3-0 in the season. Dalhalyevets 2-1. Leather was traded furiously, as were head clashes and low blows at times. Blood seeping from a wound caused by a coming together of heads. That one affecting Carlos Mina. Neither of these two asked for any quarter, and neither was ever going to be in the mood to give it. Dalhalyevets happier really on the inside. Mina capable of keeping it at range, but just too easy for him to be tempted into a close quarters kind of brawl, which really suited Dalhalyevets slightly the better. It was tied up at 2 rounds apiece going into the 5th and final round, and it was Dalhalyevets who got the decision to make it 6-3. The final fight of the night, the final fight of the match at super heavyweight between Hadji Murtazaliev, 2-1 in the season, and Edgar Ramirez with 2 wins and 3 defeats. Murtazaliev was determined that he was going to sign off in style for himself and for his side. Trapped Ramirez back in the corner and landed some heavy blows right at the start of the first round. Ramirez, though, has got a lot of heart and some good boxing skills. But in the 3rd round in particular, Murtazaliev landed some really heavy blows, and he took it wide on the cards to make it 3-2 to the Azerbaijan Baku Fires on the day. But the overall score in the quarter-final, 6-4 to the Mexico Guerreros, and they now go through to the semi-finals.